Hi friends, welcome back to Hearts Wide Open. Doing a little smudge. This is where we tune in, listen to spirit, and keep our hearts wide open. I like to say that. Oh, look at that. It's kind of like a heart. I've got the camera face down here because I want to show the cards as they fall out. And hello. I was sitting and eating dinner a little bit ago, and I had been practicing with a psi wheel and moving energy more telepathically, see how it's moving, than with airbanding my hands. And I don't know if that had something to do with this, but I was just getting vision after vision after vision, and everything that was flying in was like as if I was on a pier, like an amusement park kind of on a pier. Coney Island just came in. I know San Francisco's Pier 39. It was a feeling like that. Coney Island feels more appropriate, but something to that effect. There was like a hammer, ding, and tickets flying out of a machine. And it was like I could just hear all these voices. I could hear babies screaming, not screaming, but crying. I could hear kids laughing. I could hear like a couple arguing. Like it was just total, it was the strangest thing. I felt that energy like I was there when I should have just been relaxed. And it sounds crazy, but I don't know, the word amusement is coming in. And this card didn't go back there. So I don't know. I just said maybe this is for a reading. Maybe this is a message. And I've asked to be an open channel to help, to receive and give messages. And sometimes we can't choose when we're going to do this. So I'm just going to go for this and see what comes through. Waiting room. Waiting isn't waiting. You're not late. You're just aligning. Okay, so this person is sitting in the room. They're not late. They're a little pensive. They're worried they've missed the boat to the amusement park. They've missed all this action, all this activity, but they're still, you're just aligning. So this is like a moment for respite. You don't need all that chaos. It was very, it reminded me of the movie Bruce Almighty when he could hear all these voices. It was almost that much energy coming in, like, whoa, 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 I need to just sit and relax. So you're not missing out on anything. Sometimes the action and the activity is the opposite of what you need. And it's not always like, what's that FOMO? Fear of missing out, right? Fear of missing out. We can't have that. Rusted door. What looks forgotten may still open when touched with wonder. Rusted means it's old and rusty. What looks forgotten. You're not late, you're just aligning. Something is not forgotten. It may still open. So there's a door that could still open. Maybe, okay, so I'm getting disappointment. You've missed out on something. Like a kid that's missing the carnival or something. You've missed out on something. You're not late to the party. There's still a chance. There's still something coming in, and timing is going to be perfect. Okay, this card is quiet after the quake. After the collapse, silence becomes the first breath of rebuilding. Okay, so whatever you had in your life that collapsed was not for you, because it would have been alarming. It would have been jarring to your system. You thought it was fun, but it wasn't what you needed. So it's time to rebuild. Now, with this rusted door, I feel like if this is about a person, a personal relationship, I feel like this could be somebody coming back into your life. Like an old romance, like a long time ago, and then he went on his journey, she went on a journey, you split and you're on your own journeys, but this rusted door, you're kind of wondering about somebody from a long time ago because you thought you wanted the amusement park, the fun, the action, the activity, ding, 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 all the bells and whistles, but you found that just created an earthquake for you, basically. And now you're in this, taking your breath, ready to rebuild. I don't know what this card is yet, and I feel like there's something from the past coming back. A blooming crack. The place that broke is where life insisted on growing. So there's life coming back through this crack. And I feel that break was, there's a card up here. That's interesting. Did I see that? Yeah. I don't remember ever seeing this card or pulling it, so I don't know why it's up. Bridge half built. You don't have to cross all at once. Just dare to build what's missing. Okay, that's confirmation. Something got started. The bridge was starting to be built a long time ago. Some parts of it are a little rusty, but it's now time to maybe continue building this bridge with this other person. Dare to build what's missing. So maybe now the tools and the stones and everything to create a better, beautiful bridge with somebody from way in your past is going to arrive. Like, I don't know if arrive is the word. Okay, so am I on track, Spirit? I don't know what was just happening there. I think it's this card right here. Quiet house. Solitude isn't silence. It's the sound of returning to yourself. So again, these are all, it's like the Hermit card. You're being quiet, listen, wait. Timing is going to be perfect. So what do we need to know about this? Am I on track? And as far as the collective learning, feeling into somebody possibly from way in their past, coming back around. That's kind of what I am feeling. Somebody that's in more alignment. Not chaotic, more alignment. What's the outcome here? What are we looking at? Wild wings. Your freedom doesn't need permission, only the courage to leap. What are you going to leap towards? Maybe this isn't a relationship at all. Maybe this is a job that collapsed, or there was a loss and something is coming back, maybe an old gift. Take it how it resonates with you. But you're about to get your wings. It's been quiet. Okay, here's the next card. Double image. You can't become whole by erasing what you don't want to see. Okay, there's something in there that means looking back, either doing shadow work or looking back at something that you've been avoiding for a long time. You can't become whole by erasing what you don't want to see. You need to integrate everything and look at everything. Look at the big picture. And learn to accept it all. Okay, what is this card referring to? What is the viewer not wanting to see? River crossing. You may get wet, you may fall, but the other side is already calling you. Okay, so the other side brings me back to the bridge over the river. He's on stepping stones. So you could take the steps one step at a time, or you can look at something and rebuild the bridge. There we go, rebuilding. Something, there was a quake, something collapsed. Okay. Who's involved with the bridge? What does the viewer need to know on how to build the bridge? A mask. Wow, okay. You've worn it so long, even you forgot what's real beneath. Okay, so this is finding yourself, growing your wings. Okay, so when you're wondering what's behind that door, it's you. It's your true, authentic self. I'm feeling that something happened to you years ago with somebody or something that happened, and you kind of lost yourself and you had to create this whole separate identity like a lot of us do, you know. I mean, everybody has to learn to take the masks off. And the bridge is finding that part of you and just sitting in silence, doing some shadow work, finding that part of you that you didn't want to look at. There's something you didn't want to see, you didn't want to feel. It hurt too much. But that's literally the bridge to you blooming. That crack, that pain, right? They say that's the crack is where the light gets through. That's what's going to build the bridge to your more joy and happiness. Where your whole purpose here, I'm feeling. So what's the outcome on this? A soft rebirth. Not all rebirths are loud. Some arrive like breath in the early morning. Wow, that's beautiful. These are all really soft cards, and then this one is a little bit bolder with the colors, right? So quiet after the quake. Silence becomes the first breath of rebuilding. Silence. Learn to meditate, be with nature, feel your emotions, then let them go, be free. The bridge is half built, and when you do the work, it's going to be worth it. You're going to bloom beautifully. So I just used this one deck. This is Echoes of the Soul. Symbol, stillness, and self-discovery. And that's really what it's about. Stillness and self-discovery. So I wish you the best on your journey. Sending you lots of love, and you've got this. So thanks for watching.